everybody. Welcome back to another edition of the Woogity Bros podcast. I'm your host, Stevie M. To my left, we got Joey O.
I am not to your left. What's up, everybody?
And last but not least, we got Joe Biden.
What does that even mean? Who's Joe Biden? Am I Joe Biden?
Yeah, dude. He always wears the aviator sunglasses. What's going on, everybody? How we doing today?
Wonderful.
Good. How are you?
We're doing good. We got a fun episode here for all the wonderful listeners. Had a very interesting week myself, just digging out my backyard. I'm fucking exhausted. Just digging. Now I gotta pour concrete. It's the worst.
Oh my god, that was like the coolest fucking story I've ever heard. Can you tell it again? Do you have time?
Yeah, dude. I had a fun-filled week digging. No, I'm digging out foundation for my barn. I've never done it before, and I fucked it up like big time. Big time. Littered with rocks, and I've been using a pickaxe. And the last swing I did today, I knocked down 2 shelves, shattered them both, and knocked down everything on it all over the ground, all in the dirt. Yeah, it's been a fun day.
That's when you hang it up right there.
Why
That's
were
when
the
I did hang it
shelves
up.
there if you were still doing work? Like, why wouldn't you remove the shelves if you're digging?
Well, the shelves are up in the air, so I figured that I could dig around them, like or underneath them. You know, they're like 4 or 5 feet. But as I swung and tried to like avoid it, get as close as I could to it, but without hitting it, I just smashed right through it. Yeah, that's not dope, dude.
Fuck them shelves.
Bro, I had like car cleaning supplies in like one of the boxes, and my pickaxe went right through like a couple of the bottles, just everywhere. Yeah.
Sounds about right. What happens?
How was your week, Joe?
My week's been shit. I've been sick for like 2 weeks, so if y'all notice, I sound a little bit different than normal. I'm a little congested, so I'm just battling that down in my Dayquil and keep on trucking.
That's ass, bro.
Yeah. Tell me about it.
I had that shit a couple weeks ago. It sucks.
I've had it since like the end of September. It's just I don't know why that's funny. It's just true.
That's a long time to be sick.
Yeah, it happens every year. Like once the weather starts changing drastically, like it's like once the weather starts going from like 80 and then just dropping to 60 like the next morning and shit, like my body's like, all right, cool, like we're done for a while.
Yep.
Like I just don't get sick often. So when I do get sick, it's like a fucking plague.
Your body can't stop, shut down, open up shop alone.
Yeah. Well, it's like, you remember like back in the day, like in school and shit, like the bug goes around, the flu goes around, and like every fucking kid in class like slowly starts to like disappear for days at a time. And then like, yeah, so like when that would happen back in the day, like that would all happen. I would never get sick. And then like the last case would happen, and like 2 weeks later, I'd be like on my deathbed. My body was like, oh, it's our turn. We're just gonna take all of this sickness and just bring it to you. Yeah, it's great times.
Slowly
Runny
in the
Boogers
class.
was the best.
I have no idea what you guys just said.
Runny Boogers was the best.
Why is that the best? That's my least favorite.
That's the best, dog.
Why?
This is all coming down your face.
No. As someone who had seasonal allergies as a kid, it's the worst. I was known as the sniffly kid. That is not
Stevie Sniffles.
Stevie Sniffles, literally. I ask Amanda all the time. I was like, what do you remember most about me when I was in first grade? Because she was
down your face.
She was like, you're always sniffling. You were the sniffy kid. And I'm like, that's just like it reminds me of Big Daddy when he had to have a talking to about how smelly Julian was. I got the smelly kid in class. I was the sniffly kid in class.
Well, that was a stretch of a comparison, but okay.
That's not that bad.
I said it was a stretch. I didn't say it was like awful.
No, no, no. I'm just saying being sniffly isn't the worst thing you could be.
Oh no, no, no. There's plenty of worse things you could be than the sniffly kid.
Yeah.
Well, to me, the sniffles is like it's sick, but like you're like sick for like a day, and then it's like okay, now I just have to be uncomfortable and go to work. You
It's
know?
boogers for sure.
What?
It's boogers for sure.
No, what do you mean? Like you get the sniffles and you're gonna be uncomfortable? You're gonna be sick for a day and then just uncomfortable? What do you mean?
Yeah,
The
like
whole
so the first day you get like congested, you get like a headache, you might get like a sinus migraine or something, and then afterwards, like you'll shed the like the pressure part of it, you know, and then you just have a runny nose and you just got to deal with it for the next week or two until your body's like, all right, we're done with this.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I fight it with orange juice. That's what I do. Vitamin C the shit out that fucking cold. That's what I do.
He said I fight it with orange juice.
Yes, sir.
So you're just taking bottles of orange juice.
Try-
Like, motherfucker.
Yeah, right.
It's tried and true.
Sure, yeah. Do your thing. I just do Dayquil.
What are
Sometimes
those? Oh, sorry, Joe. Go ahead.
I was gonna say sometimes Nyquil.
What are those little boiling pots that you like shove up your nose with the hot water? Nitty pots or whatever. I think it's a nitty pot.
I don't know what the fuck are you talking about.
Dude, they make it looks like it looks like a magic lamp or like a skinny tea kettle, and you
You
boil
shove
hot
that shit up your
water.
nose.
You boil hot water, you put it in it, and then you drain it down your nose, and it flushes your sinuses out.
Boiling hot water? Nah,
No,
I'm
no,
good,
it's gotta
dog.
be
That
just
sounds
hot
terrible.
water. I mean that burned the shit out of you. But what I'm saying is you could do that, but with orange juice. Just heat up orange juice and send it right down there to fight it directly.
Nope.
Give it a left and right hand.
Absolutely not.
Bitch, bitch. That's all I gotta say.
I don't think that's recommended by anybody.
Nah.
You can
Yo.
trust me. I'm not a doctor.
You want to know what I do for sore throat? The home remedy?
Suck dick.
Yes, a big fat one. You gargle it, all that stuff. But you want to know what I do after I suck that dick?
You let
What's
the
that?
semen coat your throat.
I goggle
Semen.
warm. Yeah, I goggle the semen, and then after that, though, after I goggle semen, I goggle warm salt water.
Okay.
For a sore throat?
Yeah, for a sore throat. Yep, numbs the throat. It's nice.
Okay.
Home little remedy. Telling you, next time you got a sore throat, be like, oh shit, remember that time Sharon said that one thing? Yeah.
Hot salt water. Gotcha.
Salt water.
Not hot, but like warm, definitely. Warm salt water. Stir that shit around, get a few goggles in. Get that shit out. Feeling nice.
How does that help? If you spit it out, how does that help a sore throat?
You're not supposed to drink it. That's weird.
Right, that's what I'm saying though. Like, how is it helping your sore throat if it's just staying in your mouth?
You're gargling. You gotta get down here.
Yeah, you're gargling it. You're throwing it back, and you're like, no. You know what I'm saying? You're gargling it, so it's tingling the back of your throat and shit.
Yeah, I'm gonna clip that, and it's gonna be fun.
All right, dope.
Sure.
But you know what I'm saying.
Have you ever heard?
Have you ever
heard of a hot toddy?
Yeah.
You're supposed to drink one of those when you have a sore throat. I started doing that as I get older.
You hot potty?
It's called a hot toddy.
Hot potty?
You like boil water like you're making like tea, but you add like honey
potty
and lemon juice to it, and then you can add some whiskey to it as well to make it like you go to sleep a little bit faster.
If you're an alcoholic.
If you're an
Yeah,
alcoholic,
just call it a mixed drink, dude. Like we're all adults here. You don't call it a hot toddy. Like we're all
Nah,
like
nah,
7 years
that's what
old.
it's called. That's what it's called. It is like a real like tried and true remedy. It is like a
that's the
tried.
grandparents' remedy.
Yeah, it's
I
like a
don't know
real
about all
thing.
that.
That's what your grandfather drank, and he drank one of those and went to work.
Hey, hey, potato, tomato. All right.
So we're having technical difficulties. In case anyone's wondering why John's background just says blessed.
Blessed, bitch. Blessed. I just wanted everybody to know.
Come on, I really know.
Holla at you, blessed bitch.
All right, let's
Okay.
change the topics a little bit.
Change gears.
Hey,
change gears.
Yeah,
What?
you want to know what I'm excited for? Like
What?
I know, we got some things coming up, but you want to know what I'm really excited for? Like really fucking excited for? Is Thanksgiving. I fucking love Thanksgiving. It's gotta be my favorite holiday of the year.
Where the fuck did that come from?
Anybody else anybody else love Thanksgiving the way I do?
No. Because
I
Thanksgiving isn't even on my mind right now. The fact that like
yeah,
no, like we're
I'm
it's not
thinking
on
of
my mind, but I
turkey.
do like it.
I haven't celebrated Thanksgiving in years.
Come home for Thanksgiving. You can come to Tanya's sister's house today.
Come to my house.
I'll probably be in Nashville for Thanksgiving, guys. Appreciate it, but I'll probably be here.
That's fair.
I think I cooked like a couple years ago. Was it 2020? Yeah, it might have been Thanksgiving 2020. I went out and like I went ham. Well, I went turkey, but you get it.
You make the whole thing for yourself?
No, I got a butterball turkey breast because I didn't need all the extra and breasts.
Right.
So
yeah,
I cooked that with like sweet potato casserole, green bean casserole, fucking mashed potatoes, the whole works. I had a feast by myself.
You're probably cooking for hours.
I was cooking for hours, but I felt crazy accomplished when I was done.
Doesn't it feel good afterwards?
Yeah, I mean, I like to cook. I cook all the time. Well, I used to cook all the time, but like, yeah, it felt good to cook a turkey dinner because I felt like I was like, word, I'm an adult now.
Word.
29, 30 years old. I finally made myself a turkey.
That's dope. Last year, my parents were like, "Yeah, we're gonna have it like all cooked and ordered for us," and I'm like, "What do you mean?" And they're like, "Yeah, we just don't want to cook," and I'm like,
"The smart."
Well, that's not fucking cool.
Why not?
So I cooked it all last year.
You cooked the whole dinner?
Yeah, I cooked that shit.
Wow, you should have let them buy it. Cooking sucks. Cooking doesn't suck, but when you cook like that many meals or that many dishes, it sucks.
Well, you gotta prep it all the night before.
Yeah, but it's still a lot of work. Like you're spending all day cooking.
Yeah. That's what I did though. I prepped it all the night before, chopped it all up, did all that shit, ready to be boiled, fucking thrown in, whatever.
True.
That wild. Shit ready.
It was wild.
Hey man, do your thing. Fuck it.
Now that you did it once, you can specialize.
I love Thanksgiving. I love it. Fucking love it. What's you guys' favorite holidays?
I don't care for holidays.
No, you don't have one favorite in particular?
Nah.
Come on, bro. Like you get that like one day out of the year and you're like, bro, yes. This is a day that it's just like it feels good.
New Year's, because it's the start of a new year.
Okay.
Like,
all right.
Y'all don't get
I respect that.
Yeah, I just don't fuck with holidays. When I've been telling y'all this for years, man. Like once I have kids, I'll fuck with holidays. I just don't care about the holidays no more.
I think this next year for me will be different, just because having the baby.
Yeah,
the holidays have a different feel. But I mean, I'm generic. Like I like Christmas Day. I like to eat my meal. I like Thanksgiving. I like to eat my meal. I like to sit down and watch basketball, football. I usually watch um I usually watch The Godfather on Christmas or another gangster movie.
Okay,
it's been my tradition for like the last 10 years. I'll sit down and watch a different gangster movie. Um yeah,
interesting.
I like Christmas. I like the family aspect, you know. And then I like after I eat, I get to just lay down and relax.
That's fair.
Yeah, that's what I like about Thanksgiving. Like stuff in your face, and you got football on.
Yep.
I
Everyone
love
leave me
it.
alone.
Yeah,
Watching the game.
The only reason I like Thanksgiving is just because there's like very low expectations for the day. Like you know what you're
sweatpants.
doing. It's just you know what I mean. Like, well, I don't know. I used to like to. I don't know. I used to show up to Thanksgiving like that was like a day where I used to dress up for when my family used to show out. But like it's just like there's no gifts, there's no nothing. It's just go there, kick it, eat food, watch TV.
Yeah,
Like it's like super chill. So like I fuck with it in that regard. But like I said, I
right.
just don't fuck with holidays. Like they're just not for me. Retail ruined me.
Retail's the worst when it comes to holidays. But you want to know another low key holiday that I really fuck with? Memorial Day.
Why?
That's the kickoff to summer, dude.
Yeah, it's
That
the
that
4th of
weekend,
July's little brother. That's what it is.
that that weekend is the kickoff to summer. You're right. It is the little brother to the 4th of July, but like the Memorial Day weekend is like the weekend is like the start of summer. Like that's when it really begins.
Memorial Day
Mhm.
weekend is the weekend for you and me.
I love Arbor
Yeah.
Day.
Yeah. Let me get those trees, bro. Tree
You say
day.
Labor Day,
I said Arbor Day.
Arbor Day.
Yeah, I don't know what the fuck it is. I don't know what it is. I know it's a thing. I was just
Oh,
trying
it's
to
a
throw out
thing.
something
Okay.
like random and shit. Like, so, yeah, I like Groundhog's Day. Like, yeah, bro, dude.
Well, that's weird. Well, okay.
My favorite holiday is Flag Day, obviously.
Flag Day, Patriot
Obviously,
Day.
dude.
Oh, I got two flags on me, bro. Obviously, I love Flag Day.
Yeah, he loves flags, bro.
I carry around two flags at all times.
Yeah, bitch.
They don't call me Joey Flags for nothing.
Let him know.
You should apply to be one of the flag guys in the Olympics.
Nope, not.
No,
No,
No, you don't want to
no.
wave the flag?
nope. I
Doesn't
don't.
even matter what flag. Just give me one.
Even worse, I don't want to get stuck waving a flag I don't care about. The fuck?
Yeah,
Well, you're the
Joe's
flag
flag.
guy.
Joe's
Joey
flagpole
Flags.
stays past his knees.
I'm Joey Flags. I'm not Joey the flag guy.
Joey Flags. That's
Like,
good.
it's different.
All right, let's kick it off with some sports here. In a couple weeks, we got the NBA, the start of the NBA season. We've had a ton of changes so far in the offseason. Celtics
Wow.
obviously getting
So far.
Kristaps Porzingis, trading for Drew Holiday,
Well,
stacking up.
yeah, we knew all that shit, man. Get to the main
Hold
shit,
on.
dog. Come on.
I was just trying to figure out how you want to say like we have all these things that have happened so far in the off season. Like literally like the like we're like right around the corner from the regular season. So far it would have been like we talked about this in like the 4th of July or some shit, like or like mid-July, like early August. Like so far a lot of shit's gone down. We're like in the final stages of the off season. You're like, so far, man, a lot of shit's happened. Like, yeah, it's a lot of it,
It,
a lot of time.
there's three
Yeah.
stages to the off season. There's the end of the regular season, then the off season, and the start of the start of the new season.
I'm sorry, what the fuck did you just say?
The end of the finals is the beginning of the off season, and that's the first stage.
That's the first stage. Then there's the off season, which is like the off season.
Bro,
Then you've
saying
got the beginning of the year.
the NBA ain't like seasons in New England, bro. There's not like fake fall and then real
Oh
fall and then
shit!
like
I'm
no,
fucking
dude.
dead.
I'm just messing around. But you're right. It's the end of the off season. It's practically the beginning of the season. We've had a bunch of shit going on.
In preseason. Preseason's already in action. We're
I think
so
it's about
far
to be over.
Yeah, exactly. My point as to why, like, you can't say like so far these things have happened. Like, I fucking hope they'd happen by now.
Well, I'm just giving
We're in
giving
crunch
everyone
time.
a rundown of some of the things that have happened. We've got Dame going to Milwaukee.
There you go. You got to it. Nailed it.
Baby steps.
That was the next thing I was gonna say.
Baby steps.
And then what? Drew Holiday going to the Celtics. Come on now. Get to the point, baby.
Okay, my point is I've got some rapid fire question for you for some predictions for the upcoming season. Does that sound good?
Yeah, hit it.
All right. So first off, who's winning the East this year?
Boston.
Jerry?
You saying the Celtics?
Yep.
Oh, you know what? I'm gonna take them too.
All right. So we got the Celtics in the East. Who's winning the West?
Denver.
You think Denver's running it back?
I'm gonna say it's Denver. I think the only other team that really makes it like interesting is maybe Golden State.
What about the Suns?
What about the Suns?
They just added Kevin Durant, Bradley Beal.
They didn't just add Kevin Durant. He was on the team. He was traded to the team like the end of last season.
He played 2 games.
Bradley Beal.
Did you say he played 2 games?
Yeah, he played like 2 or 3 games and got hurt. Didn't he?
Seriously?
I have no idea, if I'm being honest. But I'm gonna say the Lakers.
You're gonna say the Lakers?
No. I'm gonna say the Lakers coming out of the West.
Hell no.
That's bold. So who do you think is gonna win between
conference finals last year, didn't they?
Well, who's winning then? The Celtics or the Lakers?
No, come on, man. Give me the season 6.
Season 6?
Easy. Easy. Predicting it now.
Joe, you got the C's winning it all this year?
Yeah. I'm gonna say it.
I know
that I have confidence in them getting to I know they're going to the finals this year. I'm confident in them going to the finals this year. It depends on who they're matched up against.
See,
I think
go ahead.
No, good.
For me, the Celtics time and time again have faced the top teams in the East and beat them over the last 4 or 5 years. So I can't imagine them with all the moves that they've made, adding Porzingis, adding Drew Holiday, not coming out of the East and not winning at all, to be frank. I mean, they've tuned up the coaching, they've tuned up the roster. They have to win.
When you say they have to win, are you saying just because of like how much they've already done, like that's just it's like an inevitability, or they're legitimately poised to win?
I would say they're poised to win, and I would say that they are they ownership has put them in a position just like kind of like the Suns, where they're maxed out to their potential right now. There's no really getting better than what they are right now.
What
they've been slowly climbing the mountain, and at this point, the organization said we're going to go all in, even if that means we're trading away, the heart and soul of our team, which they did that. But a move that I fucking love is by them adding Drew Holiday. That's a great fucking move. He's been voted amongst his peers as being the best defensive player in the league.
And the best teammate.
Yeah, and best teammate. Like, he's a tried and true guy. As much as I like Brogdon, he didn't want to be here, so you had to ship him out. Had to grab Drew. Had to. So I mean, I think that's gonna get them over the hump.
I want to know why you're so high on Phoenix right now, McLove.
I mean, ideally, Phoenix shouldn't work. I mean, you've got a bunch of all-stars, but they're all ball dominant players, but they're all so good.
So was Miami when they got LeBron and Bosh.
Yeah, but
what about the construct of their roster though makes you think that they're like that much of a threat in the West, like to surpass Denver or Golden State?
Adding Bradley Beal, he can shoot, he can drive.
They have no depth.
Add Bradley Beal, but you lose CP3. So what else?
I mean, CP3 is what, 37?
You lose DeAndre Ayton.
They gained Nurkic though, didn't they?
Yeah, they gained Nurkic. That's an upgrade for them. Ayton just didn't want to play.
What
he
else?
Gave up. He's soft.
So you got Brad, KD, Booker, Nurkic, and then you go into what? Ball, Eric Gordon, Grayson Allen, Damian Lee, Keon Johnson. Decent team, not a terrible threat.
No doubt.
No. I think you're thinking of like last year's Phoenix team. I was more threatened by last year's Phoenix team than I was this year, than I would be for the team that's going into this season.
I don't know. I wouldn't. I think that they're upgrading by getting rid of Chris Paul. He was another guy. They had two guys that fell apart in the playoffs. He would fall apart in the playoffs.
Fall apart in what regard?
Like he got hurt.
getting hurt, but he would shoot himself out of games. He would go. He would shoot like 3 for 15 in some games. There's a reason why Chris Paul has never made it past the Eastern Conference Finals.
Yeah.
Or just the conference finals in general.
Yeah, I was gonna say because a lot of his time.
Has he ever even been in the East? I don't think he's ever been in the East.
No, that's why he's never made it. Got past an Eastern Conference Finals because he's in the West.
Yeah,
it's very difficult to get through.
Strike it from the record. He's from the West.
When you're in the other conference,
strike it from the record.
You know, like David Ortiz has always struggled to win a Super Bowl. Like I assure you of that.
Chris Paul has never made it past the Western Conference Finals. His team has always crumbled.
He went to the finals with the Suns.
Yeah. Which again leads me to my question.
In the bubble.
No,
bro.
The Lakers won in the bubble.
Oh, you're right.
Lakers.
Why am I so bad right now?
Which again leads me to my question of.
I still think they're better. They're better now. Chris Paul is old. He's old. He's also a defensive liability.
That's going to be a weird team too. Oh, sorry, Joe. What's your question?
No,
I want to know. I want to hear your question.
No, I've asked the question like 4 times, like about Chris Paul. You say like you just crumble like in the playoffs. Like, what do you mean?
Yeah. Also, the Lakers got worse, and so did Golden State.
But again, you're not answering the question. I
don't think they did. Golden State got worse by adding CP3. That makes no sense.
It's because he's already discrediting CP3. So he thinks no matter where he said it was an upgrade losing CP3 in Phoenix. This is what I'm saying. Like you're coming out with some like Skip Bayless takes.
Well, it's also that
slow down.
You're now pushing Steph to the 2 guard,
which is good. Let that dude worry about shooting. Yeah, so he can average 45 a game. Let him be the fucking first player to ever average 40 in a game.
Bro, that opens up the
40 points for a season. I mean, let him be the first.
Oh
just
my!
Chris Paul fucking finding him, just bow, 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 bow. What you mean? Oh my!
He gets more opportunity with Chris Paul being there, and being the primary ball handler. Steph is crazy off ball. Steph literally, when he doesn't have the ball in his hands, he's literally just running in circles. Now he has a legitimate guy who can score and be in control of the ball, and he can come off screens. What?
He can't score anymore.
CP3 can't score?
He can't score
anymore. He's a 15-point a game average game type of dude.
Not
He's
anymore.
gonna get you 15. Yes,
not
he
anymore.
Is.
No, he's not.
I'm gonna call you
Dude.
McSkip.
No, he's not.
Okay.
Bro,
All right, hang
are,
on.
I'm
Time
trying,
out.
dude. I'm trying so hard not to look at stats.
Blasphemy. The shit
Yeah,
you're saying right
absolutely
now.
blasphemy.
Like, you are
Hang
so
on.
out of pocket right now.
Sorry.
Like, you might cost
You
us
speaking
viewers
out the side of your neck, dog.
with like the ridiculous shit you're saying right now.
It cost
He
us
averaged
subs.
14 a game last year.
He's
That's
still not
solid.
good.
14 and 9. What do you mean not good? That's still top point guard status.
All right,
Not
we'll see
good.
how he does this year.
Yeah,
This is predictions.
Crazy dimes with his dudes out in the perimeter.
Yeah,
he might get
He
might get dimes.
No,
he might get dimes. He's not going to score.
You're surrounding him by the greatest shooting tandem ever. Like, it's his best chance to win.
Bro, you know how many gimmies he can get scoring wise? Because you have two incredible 3-point threats.
We'll see. We'll see how he does.
Their only weakness is the big man.
Yeah.
They got
we'll see how he does.
Which isn't Chris Paul's fault.
No.
You know, like, okay. On
So
to the next
who do you guys think is going to be the MVP then? You think it's going to be fucking Chris Paul?
Nope, never said that shit.
MVP of the league.
Probably Giannis.
God damn.
I could see them giving it to Joel.
Nah, you know what? I'm going to go out on a fucking limb.
Jason Tatum.
Yeah, I'm going to say Jason Tatum.
I knew it. As soon as you said you were going on a limb, I was like,
I'm going on a limb, man. He averaged 30 a game last year. His trajectory is only to go up from here. Yeah. I mean, that's what it is.
He was in the conversation for it last year.
Yeah, I mean, he's got it. For him to be able to obtain MVP, in my opinion, my fucking soul opinion, he's got to average at least 33 a game, 8 boards, 6 to 4 assists a game, right in that area, a steal, a block, shoot over 50% from the field, 40% from 3, 90 from free throw. That's what he needs to do, in my opinion.
If he's averaging like 28, 9 and 4, 9 and 5, 28, 9 and 5, and shooting somewhere like relatively close, if not part of the what was I gonna say? I don't even remember. Like, yeah, if he hits like 28, 8 and 5, I think he can do it.
I think he'll be better than that. I think he'll get more dimes this year. I would think that he would. I think this year he'd have to step up with handling the ball, and facilitating the offense. I mean, that's kind of where he needs to go. He can get boards all day. He can score whenever he wants. But court vision and making the right play is where he will. If he gets better at that, he'll be MVP. I think Jokic might win it this year after what he did last year. Like, he should have won it last year. And they're like, he hasn't done anything.
How can you say that? It's MVP for this upcoming season. What he's done this past year has no merit on this upcoming season.
No,
that should
what I'm
into
saying,
the decision of this upcoming MVP talk.
What I'm saying is that,
come on.
What I'm saying is that
right.
Jokic being a 3-time MVP and never making it to the finals, hindered him this year, even when he had MVP stats.
No. It doesn't. No.
All right. Let me just plead my case for a second, okay?
Your case is bullshit, dude.
All right. Nikola Jokic, before this year, won 2 MVPs.
You've already made this case, though, in the first segment.
ESPN and Fox were making arguments all at the end of last year, saying if Nikola Jokic won a 3rd MVP, he would be one of the most overrated MVPs of all time because he had not made a finals. At least. I have 2 articles up, one from ESPN and one from SB Nation.
Just because people from ESPN or SB Nation say that shit doesn't mean they're right.
Okay.
People go on TV every day and say dumb shit. Doesn't mean they're accurate. It just means that they're getting paid to go on TV and say dumb fucking shit.
Who are the people that go on TV and say the dumb shit? It's the writers. It's the journalists. That's what they're paid to do. Am I wrong?
Being dumb. No,
Am I
right.
wrong?
No, you're right. You're right.
Am I right?
You get paid to put out content. Doesn't mean it's...
Who votes for the MVP? The voting for the award is conducted by a panel of sports writers and broadcasters from the United States and Canada.
Yeah, it's all their opinions.
Those are the people that vote for the MVP. If their opinion is that
we're not talking about that. We were talking about our perspectives on this. If your answer is just whatever, like the media's answer is, like that's not even like an honest take.
My take is that last year he had the numbers to be the MVP, but they didn't give it to him because they figured that because he had not made a finals or an Eastern or won the Eastern Conference or Western Conference Finals, that he shouldn't be, because he'd be the most overrated MVP of all time, 3-time MVP of all time. Okay, now that he's won a championship, that stigma is gone. He can win the MVP if he puts up the triple double numbers like he has been.
What does what you do in the postseason have to do with your regular season award?
I don't know. Tell that to the sports writers.
I don't care what the sports writers are saying, though.
Those are the people that vote for the MVP, okay? Those are the people that vote for the MVP. They're just regular people like you and me with our opinions. Same thing.
McLovin, what you're saying is, so basically by that statement, LeBron technically should have won it every single year. He was the best player in the league for at least a good 16 to 17 year stretch.
And who took that title away from him? The people that voted for him.
He should, by your case, he should be MVP every year.
Not every year. He wouldn't be MVP this year, the year before that.
I mean, said really 16 to 17 years.
Probably like 07 to 2014. All of his Heat days, and maybe his all of his Heat days and 2 of his Cavs years, I would say. And then maybe
only
his last
2? What do you mean only 2 of his Cavs years? His best years was with the Cavaliers. His beginning years.
Yeah, his first. No. I meant
from like
his second stint is the Cavs, and then like maybe the last 3 or 4 years of his Cavs. So yeah, probably the last his middle 8 years. I would say he could be the MVP.
You're saying 8 years. I'm saying from like 05 to like 18.
I mean, he might have been able to take it from Dirk.
Those were his prime best years.
I don't think that, if we're getting into this debate, I don't think he would have won against Steve Nash and Kobe in his early years. Kobe probably should have won Steve Nash's second.
Look at LeBron numbers that year.
Kobe averaged like 34 a game or something ridiculous. But
just saying. But by your standards, LeBron should be the MVP every year.
I wouldn't say every year.
They're not his standards; they're the writers' standards. Remember,
they are the writers' standards.
Because he's not giving his own perspective; he's just regurgitating.
My own perspective is Nikola Jokic was the MVP last year, and they didn't give it to him for those specific reasons. I think that he'll probably be the MVP this year because he's averaged a triple-double the last 4 years, which is ridiculous for any NBA player ever. If you're averaging a triple-double, you get the MVP. It's the same thing when it was with Russell Westbrook. He's the only person to average a triple-double since Oscar Robinson, and then Jokic did it, and he's done it 3 years in a row. MVP. Won the finals, MVP. He's set himself above everybody else. There you go.
There you go.
I thought it was obvious. I thought his numbers were obvious. He averages a triple double, but he didn't get the award this year because there was a stigma around him.
Hey.
No, I think part of the reason why he didn't get the MVP this year to get a 3-peat is because if Michael Jordan never did it and Michael Jordan's considered the GOAT and LeBron's never done it and LeBron tries to say he's the fucking GOAT, it has nothing to do with anything else. It has nothing to do with finals. Fucking finals have nothing to do with it, to the point like Joel Embiid has never fucking been to the finals and he got the MVP. So that whole argument goes out the window. The only reason
is he the MVP? Is he the MVP?
He won. He just was.
Joel Embiid was the MVP.
What are you talking about, dude? He just won the MVP. He's the reason why Jokic didn't get MVP. And he's never even been to a finals. So the whole finals argument goes out the fucking window. Again, it's about the regular season anyway. But no one's going to give anybody the 3-peat. As long as Michael Jordan and LeBron James are alive and breathing on this earth, no one's going to allow any other player to get a 3-peat. It has nothing to do with the finals, though. Your argument was the finals. I'm giving you a completely different reasoning that goes against what you're saying. And you're just pointing to me like, that's what I've been saying. No.
All you're doing is giving me another reason why he didn't win it this year, but he can win it next year. You're just giving me another reason why he can win it next year.
You said he didn't win last year because he's a 2-time MVP and never been to the finals.
Yeah, that was part of the reason. Yeah, would he be?
How can not going to the finals be the reason when you then turn around and give the MVP to a player who has never been to the finals for a regular season award?
One MVP versus 3. 3-time MVP in a row. You're going to give that to a person that's never been to a finals. But you'll give one. You've given one plenty of times. Even 2 plenty of times. You never give 3.
Even if he had been to the finals, it has nothing to do with finals. As you cannot take the playoffs into consideration for a regular season award. It is based on the regular season.
But they do. But they do when it comes to that caliber of a player.
No, that all comes down to the Jordan and LeBron GOAT conversation. As long as those two men are alive and well on this fucking earth, no player is going to be allowed to get a 3-peat for the MVP. If Jordan's the GOAT and they didn't let him get it, and LeBron's the new GOAT and he never got it, how the fuck are you going to turn around and give it to another person who's not considered the GOAT? You can't.
Maybe he could be considered the GOAT.
It doesn't make sense.
Maybe he could be considered the GOAT. He's averaging a fucking triple-double.
Okay, so the whole thing is
you're not giving him a chance.
He won 2 in a row.
Right.
He didn't win this past year, but he won the championship, right? He won a championship, right?
Mm-hmm.
So now the bar is now reset for him to be able to win another MVP, is what you're saying, McLovin, right?
That's what I've been saying.
Okay, but I'm sorry, I don't agree. If you're telling me if I had a chance to pick between Jokic or the field to win MVP, I'm picking the field. I just am.
I think Jokic.
I mean, I already said earlier that I like Tatum the next year. So, but if Jokic does win this upcoming, I'm not saying if he wins this upcoming MVP, if he wins this upcoming championship, then yeah, next year I feel like he'll probably win MVP, and I don't know. So, I mean, that's future shit. That's bullshit, but whatever.
This is all future bullshit.
Yeah, future bullshit.
So, do you think Jaren Jackson will repeat as Defensive Player of the Year?
No, he's a bitch, dude. He ain't good, man. He fucking he sucked with USA, I heard. I didn't watch any game. I'm gonna say that right now. I didn't watch no games, but I heard he sucked ass. Defensive Player of the Year. Couldn't stop nobody. From what I heard. I didn't see no tape, nothing.
Who's winning it?
Defensive Player of the Year?
I have no idea. I haven't seen the season hasn't even started. I don't know how guys are
Who's winning? You want to do early season predictions, McLovin, is what you'll say. Defensive player of the year.
That's what we've been doing. That's how this whole conversation.
But
who
no,
do you
because
think is going to win?
Ooh. I'm gonna go Giannis. It's probably gonna be Giannis. That bitch ass motherfucker. It's probably gonna be him.
He's won it twice.
Yeah, he's a loser. He's probably gonna win. That's my guess.
I don't know. I don't think they'll give it to him twice, more than twice.
You don't think?
No, I think it might be somebody new. I don't know. Maybe.
There's been somebody new the past 2 years.
Yeah. I'm picking Ben Simmons. He's on the comeback.
All right, Joe. Who you got?
Drew Holiday.
Okay. I hope that'd be dope. That means we're gonna win at least 68 games this year. Is that far fetched for me to say?
Yes.
Yeah, a little bit.
68 games. That's a lot of games to win.
That's a lot of games.
Ooh.
They just got Drew. Like they need a little bit of time to put things together. He's coming off the bench right now.
What's that? 13 losses.
He should.
Yeah.
He cannot come off the bench. You got to start
him.
him.
No.
You got to start him.
No.
No way. Not
Derek White can go fuck himself. No. Yeah, he's such a bum.
Except for the fact that he led guards and blocks last year. No big deal.
Yeah,
he's defensively solid.
Yeah. Offensively, he can't do dick about nothing.
Oh, his shot looks so much better than it did a couple years ago.
His floater game solid. Derek White's solid, man. You can hate all you
second
want.
Team?
Yeah, you can hate all you want, but
all the hate. First time point guard, yeah, not cool.
We touched on this earlier, but do we think that the Warriors are going to bounce back this year? They're going to make it back to the top? The Warriors, yeah.
Define bounce back.
I mean, they were injury riddled last year. Steph got hurt, rolled his ankle. But they were bounced by the Lakers this year in the second round. Do we think that they're going to make it back to the finals?
Well, they were garbage on the road last year. They were straight trash.
Yeah, they were. They just didn't have a flow. That whole Draymond Green punching, what's his name?
Jordan Poole from Washington now.
Yeah.
Like
he's probably going to go off this year.
Yeah, him and Kuz. What a funny tandem that is.
Joe, do we think that James Harden will be traded this year?
Or not? Okay. Yeah.
I hope not.
Why? You want to just see him stick around on the 76ers?
Yeah, that'd be hilarious.
He's been trying to get traded. The rumors are that he's going to the Clippers. They're like the only team that can get him, or that wants him actually.
I heard the Sixers. They want more draft capital. The Clippers are willing to give up more for Brogdon right now than for Harden.
Really?
Yeah, they want Brogdon bad.
That's weird. I figured they want another stud player.
Well, the trade fell through. The original trade.
Yeah, but they could try again. I mean, wait half a year, see where the 76ers are. They could probably trade them in the middle of the year.
They're trying now.
I got another random question for you. Will LeBron fall off a cliff this year?
What?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm going Max Kellerman on you. I would take that as you're fucking crazy.
I'm waiting on Joe.
I have nothing to say. Like, this Is LeBron gonna fall off a cliff this year? No.
Yeah. He's gonna be what, 38?
So
39? I mean, he's getting pretty old to average 25 and 10.
okay. Why
Didn't
roll
he
your
average
eyes at
30
me and get
last
upset
year?
with my take because I don't agree with what you're saying? You ask my take and then roll your eyes at my take like
You're not giving me anything. You're not giving me like why you would think that
because I
he
think that's just
would.
a silly question. Like he's shown no signs of like actual like
He's been getting hurt.
has he been getting hurt or has he been maintaining himself? Has he been taking small injuries and just being safe about it and preserving himself for that back end of the season to try to make a playoff run? Because he understands that he doesn't need to be there for 82 fucking games.
I don't know. There's new rules. You can't rest players as much as you
For
can.
nationally televised games. Sure. They have to pay 65 games.
He played 55 games last year and averaged 28.9 points, 8 rebounds, and 6.8 assists.
He's got to play 10 more games in the regular season.
But he still averaged
not 10
29
more
points
games.
a game in those.
The fuck you mean, dude? Like he's shown like no signs of regression. That's
Besides
like such
his
a
lack of playing time.
That's not regression, dude. He's maintaining himself. He's literally setting himself up to have more longevity in his career.
I don't know.
He's not playing as many games in the regular season the past few years, but he's also gearing up so he can play basketball with his son when he comes into the league.
In the last 5 years since he's joined the Lakers, he's played in 55 games, 67, 45, 56, and 55.
And what was he averaging each season?
In those 5, you want me to say it again? In those 5?
In those 5. What was he averaging? Just points.
Oh, in
just
points
make it
per
simple.
game.
Just make it simple.
Okay. Yep. I got you. Hang on 1 second. Points per game in those 5 seasons, 27.
Every
8
year,
assists and 8 rebounds.
Every year he averaged 27.
No, in those 5 years total.
No, what I'm saying is, what did he average each year throughout those 5 years?
Oh, okay. In those 5 years. Okay. 27, 25, 25, 30, and 29.
And now I'm supposed to think that he's just going to fall off a cliff this season.
Yeah.
Show no sign of regression.
Yeah, he's getting old. NBA players are just like NFL players. They fall off a cliff. I mean, he'll probably get assists.
Dude, he's one of the most incredible physical specimens in the NBA, regardless of his age. He's still performing at a high level. He's also like trying to get a team together for Team USA. And you expect me to believe and have any input that he's going to have some kind of fall off the cliff season. I don't even like LeBron. Like, that's how blasphemous like that question is, because I don't even like LeBron, and I'm standing here fighting for this man right now. No, he's not gonna. No, he's not.
When was the last time we had an NBA player that was 38 years old that performed at this level?
When was the last time we had a fucking LeBron James?
I'm just saying, like,
and I'm just saying,
I'm saying, I'm trying to compare LeBron to everybody else.
But he's not everybody else. I hate LeBron, but I
okay. Then when is LeBron going to fall off a cliff?
I don't fucking know, because I've never seen a guy
exactly. Will he finally fall off a cliff this year? And you're yelling at me.
He's shown no signs of that, though. Players don't just go
39.
Dude, guys don't just go from averaging like 30 points a game and then the next year come back and they're averaging like 10 points a game and they suck at basketball.
Hang on.
It doesn't happen.
Hang on. I'm gonna look at Jordan's drop
Michael Jordan left the league for years and still came back and produced on several different occasions.
Okay, Michael Jordan's drop off was the 98 season. He averaged 29 points a game, and when he came back with the Wizards in 01, he averaged 23 points a game. So, I mean,
this man wasn't even in the league for a couple years. He was in the front office and then said, fuck it, I'm going back out to play, and still put up 23. And you think that LeBron's not going to be able to do anything near that? This man's points per game dropped off 6 points per game after coming out of his second retirement on a completely different team.
That was
without a Scottie Pippen.
Let me look at Kobe.
And you think it's feasible and logical to think that LeBron is just gonna go from averaging 29 to falling off a fucking cliff?
It happens.
Do you want you're asking my opinion and then you're telling me I'm wrong?
I'm not telling you you're wrong. I'm telling you that it happens and it should be considered.
It doesn't show me a precedent for a player of LeBron's caliber, both on the court and off the court, his physicality and everything. Show me a player who's gone from that and had a complete fall off over the course of a year, like an off season. You can't.
Give me Kobe's.
So his was from 2012 to 2013. He averaged 27 a game. Following year, he only played 6 games, so I'm not counting that.
Achilles.
Yeah, and 2014, 2015, he averaged 22 a game. And then his final year, he averaged 17.6, so almost 18 a game. So there is a decline.
Trash. Yeah, on a guy with a
5
still a busted Achilles. Yeah, he was never the same after that Achilles injury. Number one, LeBron's never had that type of injury that can slow down that can bring an actual halt to his career.
The older you get, the more you're injured you get. It could happen.
Yeah, LeBron hasn't played 82 games since he left Cleveland his last year.
Now,
but you can't expect him to play 82 games, but you need him to play at least 65. At least, which he hasn't done.
Who do you guys think is?
Because there's been no mandate for him to.
I mean, if he wants a good seeding for the playoff run.
I think for years the West was so lopsided. You had your top 1, 2, 3, and then it was kind of a crapshoot.
Every team hasn't been good.
No, but there was always that a good possibility of them getting at least, if nothing else, to the play-in tournament. And then what was it, 2 years ago? Not this past season, the season before, where he didn't even make the play-in tournament and fucking kicking himself in the teeth about it. Pissed off.
Yeah, he's got to play.
Yeah. I'm not saying that he can't play, though. I think he can do it if he needs to. And now with that other requirement, too, for the 65 game minimum in order to get regular season awards, such as the MVP, based on your regular season performance in a minimum of 65 games, not your playoff performance. As long as he... Huh?
I was just going to say, I honestly don't even think it's about LeBron for the Lakers to be successful. It's about Anthony Davis.
Exactly.
Him staying healthy?
Yeah.
No. He only played... Jesus Christ. So since he's joined the Lakers, his first year was 62 games, then 36, 40, and 56.
Yeah.
That's not going to cut it.
No.
Obviously, me naming those games, one of those years was the bubble year, so it's going to be a shortened year. Yeah, dude. I mean, he's averaging good numbers, but it's dude, you gotta show up.
What's the best ability?
Availability, baby.
Yep.
On to the next one.
So who do we think is going to be the surprise team this year?
Surprise team, that's easy.
Okay.
The team that you don't expect to come out.
I didn't hear the question the first time. I said what, and then I was just told it'd be easy. So,
who do you think is going to be the surprise team in the league this year?
I don't know.
I'm gonna say the goddamn on Timberwolves, dog.
The Timberwolves?
Yeah, Timberwolves. T-Wolves, baby.
You think Anthony Edwards is taking that leap forward this year?
Yeah. That dude, and they got Rudy Gobert, and fuck that other guy, Cat. He sucks.
What
But
makes a team a surprise team?
A
you
team
gotta
that
shit
wasn't good, but
bag.
is good now. It comes out of nowhere and just starts playing well.
Yeah, you got
You
shit
know,
bag
last year
star player.
we've had the Kings surprise everyone last year, made the playoffs,
Yeah, that was
played
dope.
really well. We've had the Jazz after they dumped their team, played really well, surprised everybody. This year, I think a team that's going to make a run. We've also had um, we've had the Memphis Grizzlies. No one thought that they would be as good as they are. They came out of nowhere.
What do they have to achieve in order to be a surprise team?
I guess they would have to exceed expectations.
Just make the playoffs, in my opinion.
Exceed expectations.
If you don't think a team is going to make the playoffs,
massively exceed expectations.
For me. If you don't think they're going to make the playoffs.
Yeah, I think they'd have to make the playoffs. But I mean, you saw Memphis.
It was your question. You need to know the criteria.
I figured it would be self-explanatory.
But okay, I'm a fucking idiot then. I don't know what to tell you. Like, I'm asking, like, what do they need to achieve in order for them to be considered like a surprise team? Like a surprise team. Are you saying like they just gotta play well? Like that doesn't like what does that equate to?
I explained it as exceeding everyone's expectations. Like we expect them to be a bottom feeder of the league, and they ended up making the playoffs. So they ended up playing really well, past of what we expect of them.
All right,
that's what makes them a surprise team.
Okay, the measuring stick for exceeding expectations for me is, anyways, a team to do better than what you did last year. So if you didn't make the playoffs, I expect you to make the playoffs. If you made the playoffs, I expect you, to get out of the first round if you didn't. If you went to the second round and got eliminated there, I expect you to get to the Western Conference Finals. I need the improvement. I need the exceeding of expectations. If you're a team that just gets stuck in the second round, it's like you got to get over that hump, buddy. You know what I mean? Exceed those expectations of you being that, stepping stone of another team of, getting to the conference finals.
Okay.
Happy? That's how I feel. Sure.
So who do you think is going to be the surprise team this year?
Fucking Charlotte Hornets.
Hey, I wanted to say them. Honestly, I did. I feel like LaMelo Ball is gonna do some things, play more games, stop breaking his wrist or whatever the hell he's doing over there. And then they got that other dude, Brandon Miller, who thinks he's better than Jordan because he's weird. I'm down with that. You want to think you're better than Jordan? Go ahead. You weird ass motherfucker.
Well, who are you picking, Shane?
Didn't I already pick a team?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Did you pick the Charlotte Hornets?
No.
No, I said I wanted to. I think the Pacers are going to be much improved too. I don't know if they'll make the playoffs, but I think thll be improved.
All right. We got 2 questions left, boys. All right. The first one is, do we think that Dame and Giannis will mesh well together this year? Both of them are alpha males on their team. They're both the number 1 guy. Do you think Dame can actually take a step back this year and be the number 2?
I don't think he has to take a step back. I think they're 2 styles of gameplay. I think they complement each other more than anything. I feel like we've talked about this already.
Have we?
I feel like it, but no, I think Giannis's gameplay opens up space because he's going to draw attention, and Giannis drives to the bucket. So once that defense collapses on Giannis, all he has to do is kick it out. It's opening up opportunity for Dame because Giannis is going to get more attention. Where Dame used to be the focal point of the offense when he was in Portland, he's not going to be the focal point of the offense in Milwaukee. So for the defense, their focus isn't going to be solely on Dame anymore. It's going to be centered around Giannis. So
yeah, he can push. He can drill the defense in, leave Dame wide open. He doesn't have to hit these 35-foot threes anymore.
Right, and he's even come out and talked about that and said that it's going to make it. It's if anything, it's giving him more opportunity and more space.
Game on the line. Whose hands do you put it in?
Circumstantial.
Dame. Yeah.
You ISO Dame?
Yep.
Circumstantial.
Yeah, I guess it could be.
You're down 1. I'm giving it to Giannis. Drive it down. Take it to the fucking bucket. If I'm down 2 on the road, trying to get the win, I'm giving it to Dame. Down 2 or 3, if I'm trying to get a tie or take the win on the road, giving it to Dame.
I like it.
There's a lot of factors that go into that. I think one of the other things you got to take into consideration is whether or not Giannis improves at the free throw line. If he can improve at the free throw line, he becomes more of a threat. Whereas in previous years, like we know he's inconsistent from free throw line. So him driving to the bucket at the end of the games is sometimes like to their detriment because teams are willing to hack him and just send him to the line and make him earn it. And you don't want to take that chance at the end of a game.
He's not like a 90% shooter, but he has gotten a lot better. They used to hack a shack him.
Who we hack shacking?
Giannis.
Yeah. He sucks at free throws.
He's gotten better. He's gotten better from free throws, and he's gotten better from deep. But you're right. Like I would give Dame. Why not use him? Last question for you boys. Who is going to disappoint us this year? Who do you think is going to take a big step back?
I think the team that's going to take the biggest step back is the Miami Heat. They lost a lot of key players that what got them or helped get them to the finals this past year. And I just don't think they're going to be able to repeat that. No fucking way. How? They lost Max Strus. They lost Gabe Vincent. They lost, didn't they lose Duncan Robinson too?
Yeah. No, he's still on the team.
No, he's still on the team? All right,
yeah,
well, either way, and they lost out on the Dame sweepstakes, which makes it even better for me. So it's cool, that the Heat are going to suck this year, but that's my opinion. That's my take. Heat suck dick.
They also lost out on Bradley Beal. They were in the Bradley Beal sweepstakes at first too.
Yeah, fuck them.
Joe, what do you got for us? You got a team?
No.
No?
I don't. Unfortunately.
I think it's going to be the 76ers. I think Harden is just toxic. They might have to trade him at some point this year, and whatever they get for him won't be worth it. They had all this capital with Ben Simmons, and they had to trade a couple draft picks just to get Harden, and now they're probably going to have to lose Harden for a couple of role players, and they really need scoring and shooting, and I just don't think they're going to get that back. It'll be Joe Embiid and Maxey. They made it to the second round every year. I'd say they probably get bounced in the first round, or if not, be a playoff team, lottery team this year.
Possibly. Can we make a vow to never talk about James Harden again, as long as he's on Philly?
Totally down.
I'm down. Let me write this down.
I just feel like we've talked about him far too much on this show.
Yo, fuck that guy. Jim
Like
Coffin,
many
piece of
episodes,
shit.
James Harden comes up and it's just like I'm done with it. We know how everybody feels about him. Like, just fucking done with him.
Sure, wrote it down.
Appreciate it.
James Harden is stricken from the records.
Thank you.
And that's 12 questions, 12 predictions for the NBA this season.
Allegedly.
Allegedly.
Could have been 8. Nobody knows. But we're signing off, folks. Don't forget to like and subscribe.
And comment.
Yeah. Okay. We'll end it there. Yeah. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, follow us. Make sure you go up in the little top corner over there and hit the subscribe button. Get the bell so you can find out when new episodes drop. Hit us up on TikTok, Instagram, Twitter, Woogity Bros Pod. Tell us how you feel. And as John always likes to remind us and everybody, we don't have anybody who works for us. So we look at all the comments.
All of them.
Yep. I'll respond to your ass.
You can just respond to the comments. You don't have to respond to their asses. I feel like from a litigation standpoint, I think we're safer if you just respond to the comments for now.
You just want to say, hey, Steve. He's going to say, hey, you.
Hey, your butt.
Just don't. I don't know how the wife would feel about that.
No, not a hey, you.
The hey, you, I think she'll be fine with. I think it's when he starts responding to their asses, she's going to have a problem with that. As any good wife should. I mean, I feel like. But,
yeah.
You know, until next time, y'all.
Till next time.
Till next time.
Peace.
Cheers.
We out here.
Voila.